Hey everybody, welcome to Dad, Daughters, and Drinks, where you'll always get at least two of those three. Today we're going back to The Warning, and we're going to be watching an older recording of a song of theirs from their first album called Runaway, live at the Dakota Bar. So back when I first reacted to The Warning, a lot of people talked about you need to react to the Dakota concert. Um, I don't know if it's a specific single concert or if it's multiple shows or anything, but the Dakota Bar is one that always came up a lot. And at one point, I had started going through all of the songs on their first album. Uh, Usually they were live performances. So I think there may have been a couple studio performances, but mostly they were live at various concerts. So I figure I'll kill two birds with one stone. I'll keep working on that album, and I'll also do the Dakota Bar show. And then we'll be getting closer to done with all of those, kind of lists that I've been trying to check off.
Safe haven isn't safe at all. The game they're playing solely starts till 4.
All right, so two interesting things, real quick. So one is I is still tuning. Why it would make me nervous if somebody started playing while I was still tuning, just because like, what if I'm not done tuning by the time I'm supposed to come in? But I don't know. Maybe she knew she had a lot of time or something. Uh, but I do find that kind of interesting. Uh, First line: "Safe haven isn't safe at all." The song called "Runaway" could mean a lot of different things, but when it starts off with that line, it really almost speaks to that this is, you know, potentially metaphorical, but also actually referring to somebody who is a runaway, because generally speaking, that happens when places that should be safe, that your home or wherever you're staying should be safe, and they're not, and so then you're trying to get out of Dodge for whatever reason.
Safe haven isn't safe at all. The game they're playing solely starts till 4. Nothing's good, but nothing's truly bad. Your only option's going down this path. We keep building all these walls, and they love to see them fall. We were born to die, but you're not blinded by the light. You know what is wrong, what's right. You were born to survive. 'Cause you don't need no revelation. You'll be fine with being lost. You don't need their sweet salvation. You'll survive without their love. Run,
Go back for a second.
be fine with being lost. You don't need their sweet salvation. You'll survive without their love. Run.
So that's an interesting kind of line there as well, or that whole little section on, saying that you're going to survive without needing anybody else's revelation or salvation or luck, is really, it can be interpreted a lot of different ways. But I hear that as oftentimes it's just not worth, like you don't need to maximize everything in your survival, right? Surviving is the first thing you're going to do, and a lot of times you're going to have to do that without anybody else trying to say we can make things better, and a lot of times they won't make things better, right? And so yeah, it's kind of that cautious thing that survivors have to do, especially in a runaway situation, is you have to be very careful who you befriend or depend on, who might seem like they're trying to help you, and a lot of times will just be trying to exploit you.
Without their love. Run, runaway child. If not from death, then run from life. Runaway child. Escape the truth, destroy the lies. Don't worry.
Escape the truth, destroy the lies. That's interesting for me, at least, because it kind of implies that uh, the truth doesn't really matter oftentimes in a survival situation. Um, Almost going back to what we were talking about before, where you have these, people that say they want to help you, and maybe some of them do, but you don't know, right? Um, so you kind of have to assume everybody's out to get you a little bit. So the truth becomes largely irrelevant, I think, when you're on the run, because you're going to be doing this by yourself. You're not going to want help. I mean, I think theoretically you do want somebody's help, you just can't trust anybody, which ends up being the same thing. So what the truth is and what the lies are, you can't really, worry about them. You just got to throw it all away and just focus on actually surviving.
Escape the truth, destroy the lies. Don't worry about the others. Suicidal lovers, take money from their slaves. Run, 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 run away, child. Who you were and who you are. Save, hey.
I like that little riff there. I haven't mentioned much. I've been focusing more on the lyrics, but it is just kind of a great driving beat going on. And I like that uh, little riff that they do there at the end of that kind of musical interlude. It's almost got like a movie soundtrack feel to it.
Safe haven isn't safe at all. In the things only starts to fall. Nothing's good, but nothing's truly bad. When you make your choice, there'll be no going back. We keep building all these walls, and enough to see them fall. We are born to die, but you're not blinded by the light. You know what is good, what's right. You are born to survive. 'Cause you don't need no revelation. You'll be fine with being lost. You don't need their sweet salvation. You'll survive without their love. Run, run, run away, child. If you're not from death, then run from life. Run away, child. Escape the truth, destroy the lies. Don't worry about the others. Suicide lovers, take nothing from their spells. Run away, child. Who you were, or who you are. Run away, child. If you're not from death, then run from life. Run away, child. Escape the truth, destroy the lies. Don't worry about the others. Suicide lovers, take nothing from their spells. Run away, child. Who you were, or who you are.
All
Gracias.
right, I'm gonna listen to that little ending thing again just because it was cool. Nice. Yeah, that was a cool tune. The last few tracks of theirs that I've reacted to have been, the newer live performances, I think mainly. And there's been a couple of I guess the OMVs that I've done. But I there's been a lot of discussion, about the sound that they've moved into that they want to do that's a little more industrial. And I kind of had forgotten a little bit how much I like their old sound. It's just kind of more old school rock sound that they've got. The structure of the songs there are usually a little bit different than old school kind of rock songs in that there usually aren't the long, guitar solos. It's usually more of a short uh, lead as opposed to like a long flowing solo you would hear in a Zeppelin song or Pink Floyd or something like or Rush or um, to pull a trio in there. But either way, like it's a little bit different. It's got the old school sound, but it's still got more of a modern take to it, which I that was great. I know they moved in some different directions, but I do miss this old sound some. I mean, I like the new stuff, but I do miss this. Um, Good stuff. Really enjoyed the song, and I don't think I have too many more songs left on the first album. I was just looking through numerically. This was, I think, track number 12 on their first album, and I think um, so. I might have even done some of those already as well. For all I know, this could have been the last song from their first album that for me to do. But otherwise, I'm gonna go back and figure it out and get those knocked out. But if there's anything else that I should be reacting to, whether it's warning songs or anything else, go ahead and let me know in the comments, or just let me know what you think about anything, life in general. It's all good. I will have a link to the original video in the description. And I hope everybody has a good day. Thanks for watching. I will see you all again on the next one.